That's the problem.
Right, let's talk about some current events.
Okay.
I was watching. The hell was I watching? Oh, TMZ last night, and I saw Kesha.
Right.
And she was leaving for Turks and Caicos.
Right.
And I'm sort of sad to say I don't even know where Turks and Caicos is because that's how bad my life is. And not only do I never go to resorts, I'm not aware of where they actually land.
I can't remember the last time I went to a resort, but that's, I'm challenged that
now,
way.
she was going to Turks and Caicos.
For her birthday.
With her boyfriend. Now,
yeah, who's a good guy.
They, at TMZ, were making it out is that she took the $250,000 that was put up by... Taylor Swift. Yeah, her name always escapes me.
Wait a second, Gary. Do you have anything here? Anything special?
I do. Do you want to get to that now?
Yeah, why not?
So they were kind of speculating that, she took Taylor Swift's money and she's
to
going
go to Turkey Hills. That's a kind of a. Is it reverse sexism? How do they know that the boyfriend's not taking her on a birthday trip?
Somebody said. Well, first off, they do little convenient things like leave out the birthday.
Yeah, exactly, because
it just seems like she's taking a vacation.
And mind you, here's somebody who's had, as has been well chronicled, had a tremendous legal setback, yet the public has really rallied behind her and the entertainment community.
So she is going, and they sort of said, well, maybe the brother's the boyfriend's paying. Maybe the boyfriend's paying.
Right.
And they all kind of went, look at that loser with the beard.
Yeah, right. I know. Why is it facial hair? As a guy with facial hair, I don't know why on the internet, if you've got facial hair, you're automatically...
It's simply more convenient and fits the narrative that she took Taylor Swift's money,
right,
a portion of it, and went to a very expensive resort to squander it.
But look what she did. You know what she did? I posted part of this. Do you have the whole thing, Gary? Gary's got the whole thing. Look what she did.
Oh, I don't know what I would do without. Oh no, I don't know where I would be without your love. 'Cause every time I close my eyes, you're there, right by my side. You're my angel tonight. Oh. You're my angel tonight.
What rhymes with Geragos?
Hey, but you know what? Could that
her?
be our? That's her. That was the. I think that's the first thing that's been publicly recorded and released. Only a snippet was on Twitter before.
And so she's all right. So where are we with her? Is we're going back to record more albums?
We're about to file something new, so I'm going to let you know next week's episode what it'll be before we file it. But we're about to file something new that I think will break this wide open.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Give us some hints about why it would break it wide open.
Because I think,
and why wasn't formally filed in the past?
We did file for the injunction. I think that obviously. That decision got it wrong, and so we're going to take a different approach this time.
When does this, and how come this isn't taking a turn for the criminal when there's alleged criminal activity and behavior involved?
Statute limitations. Part of the problem with sexual violence and things like that is that the statutes are generally truncated compared to, like Pennsylvania, where Cosby is, they've got a 12-year statute. That's kind of an enlightened jurisdiction.
Enlightened meaning it's longer.
Longer, exactly.
Yeah, so the Kesha thing is Los Angeles, California?
We're fighting on three fronts. We sue in L.A., they sue in New York, they sue in Tennessee. Her mother, we sue back them in Tennessee. New York, the mother and the manager, we get dismissed. L.A. is temporarily stayed. We're moving forward in Tennessee.
What is the statute? And
So
And
California,
are we going to re-examine this in this post-Cosby world? Not that we're there yet, but so much of Bill's alleged criminal behavior is swept under the carpet and just its expiration date has expired.
Correct.
And it's a weird thing to most people because obviously when you think about someone being a victim of murder or rape or arson or anything.
7 deadly sins, basically.
You just go, well, is the guy still alive? Like, yeah. Well, is his victim around? Like, yeah. Well, go ahead and try him.
Yeah.
You know, and then someone goes, yeah, but it was a while ago. And you go, well, who cares? I mean, murder
has got no statute of limitations.
Right. So because somebody was killed, and it doesn't matter if they're killed yesterday or 30 years ago, we want to find out who killed them.
Right. We don't want that person around to commit the crime again.
But if someone was raped, we do it because we don't want every single guy that is 44 and happily married having his prom date from high school or college coming back after we found out that the guys are pretty successful. Fill in the blank now and filing a lawsuit.
And there is this idea, and I've argued it many a time, that, look, if you're not making a somewhat prompt complaint, then the person who's being accused, how do they defend themselves in the elapse of time and everything else? This, though, I think is a demonstrably different situation because there was evidence and there were complaints and there was what in the law is called a fresh complaint. And so I think that takes it out of the usual.
Well, just like Cosby, these guys don't really exist in a vacuum. They're sort of repeat offenders. They have a modus operandi. Guys come, some new blood, new activity, same activity, new people.
Correct.
So there must be more than one person who's claiming
Which is
this guy
interestingly,
did the same thing.
in this case, when you see the people who came out in support of Kesha, the people who came out in support of Kesha were people who have worked with this Gottwald guy. Mm-hmm. The only person who's come out in support of Gottwald besides his lawyer was, I think I saw in the Daily Mail, his mom. So, I mean, and I feel bad for his mom, I suppose, but, when only your mom comes to your defense, that's a little, that speaks volumes.
And so might there be other lawsuits against this guy from other folks he's worked with?
I don't know if you'll see other lawsuits, but I think that it's fair to say that others will come forward and will be part of the eventual trial in this matter.
And might be Cosby light.
Exactly. Although this is kind of a Hollywood problem, basically. And when I say Hollywood, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is there. There is a certain inner circle. If you're in the inner circle and you're making the people money, then you kind of could have bad behavior.
Yeah, that's why I was delighted at Joe Biden taking the stage at the Oscars with a whole group of guys that literally invented the casting couch.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you die
the pioneers.
Over that? Yeah.
These guys have schematics of casting couches in the van.
It's become such a joke
and he's
that it's
talking to them about it.
It's a category of porn unto itself,
Yeah, and Biden is lecturing them and wanting them to take the oath.
Right.
Not to abuse women sexually when that's all that entire group does.
Exactly.
Right. Ironic. So that's Kesha. So we'll have some Kesha news next week.
Next week we'll have Kesha news. You just got for the first time on Reasonable Doubt the Kesha song.